So we need to make stuff quick today. So we got boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I put Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, and honey inside here. We're gonna throw these in there, top it with some more of this, and then I'll let you know. And we're going straight in with it. I'm not chopping it, I'm not trimming it. Straight in there. No fancy stuff right now. Right in there. And then, once it gets in there, cover it with that stuff. It would be very helpful to have garlic. I thought I had some of my minced garlic, but I don't. So in there, so the potatoes don't let out as much fat as this will. So this bad boy goes on here in the lock position. This goes to pressure. This, so you put pressure cut. It's automatically on high. We're gonna go 8 minutes and then start. Once it beeps, those 8 minutes are up, you let it naturally do its thing for 5 minutes and then you can take it out. And we got this chicken done this morning on the grill. We're gonna mix it with some of this and Greek yogurt. All right, we're using this for the salad we're gonna have. So Fiesta, I bought more. This says makes 2 cups. So usually you add 1 packet with 16 ounces of sour cream, which is basically 2 cups. So we're just gonna mix it with 2 cups of Greek yogurt. The longer this sits, the better it'll taste. And 2 cups, maybe not, but you just put that in there. It is gonna be thick, so when I say we're using it for dressing, we will thin it out later. We just want the flavors to marry. I think I might have done it again. I really thought there was enough liquid in there. What happens? So we have to go to a Mother's Day event, and this I thought would take less time. So we're gonna stop it, turn it off, and then we'll see what happens when you stop a pressure cooker before it's done. Still learning how to use this thing. So pressure cooker here, I put the stuff in at 10, and it takes a bit to heat up, and then it counts down to 8 minutes. So it's not really in there, just 8 minutes, but I didn't think it would take 35 minutes, and we have to leave to go somewhere. So I've never stopped a pressure cooker and taken this stuff out, but I'm gonna take it out and we might have to put it in the oven later. But since we have to go now, I wanted to make sure our protein got cooked, because that's always the most important. Because even if everything goes to heck in a handbasket, if your protein's cooked, that's pretty good. So we're gonna let the pressure out. What happens? So pressure's out, gonna unlock it. Look at all the liquid. Maybe that's why it was steaming so much. I don't know, well, maybe my seal's not as good as it used to be. This thing is kind of old. Maybe we need a new one. Or maybe I did something wrong. But we'll temp it, see where it's at, and see what happens. All right, well, it's at 180, so it's done. So maybe we'll just chop it up when we put it in our stir fry. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I'm gonna put that baby in there, piping hot, whatever. It's life. And then this is gonna sit here with water in it so I can clean it out later. It's just how it goes sometimes. All right, 10 hours later, we're back in action. We're gonna make our salad first. So this is just an assembly one. This one's not that tough. So chicken, we grilled earlier. Grilled that up. I should have done it at 6 a.m., but that was more around 9 this morning. A little bit of sun from the first couple videos to now, but chop that up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in this jar, because we're gonna load it so that when you flip it over, the chicken's gonna be on top. I don't know if you guys have ever done a jar salad. So slide this baby over. Chicken in the bottom. Now, when I do eat this at work, or Casey does, I have a big bowl, because you can't eat it. Well, I guess you could. It'd be a little obnoxious to try to eat it out of this thing. Good grill marks on this. 6.4. 0.3. Wow, really? Awesome. 9.1. Cool. Then you can put whatever you want in it. If I don't have anything else, I just shove a bunch of spinach in there. Bath time. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna take it in the chopper. So I'm doing some cucumbers. I have a little bit of cauliflower. It says it's washed. Trusting it. I've never done cauliflower and broccoli in this thing before. I could probably put a couple in here. So cauliflower, just because just spinach salad gets kind of boring. Broccoli. Pause. I just have this because I can. Put this in there. I like, oh, there's not much room for anything else. Spinach really smashes down in there. It's gonna have to really smash. Pepperoncini, I call them pepperoncinis. Never knew it was peperoncini. I don't know. I heard somebody call it that in a video one time. I thought it was weird, but maybe that's how it goes. Casey really likes pepperoncinis. We're going in heavy. It's not a full pepperoni. Do you want some? No, here, take it on the fork. Don't put it in here.
Just take it from me.
I think someone needs it. And then spinach. I don't know why I must sniff everything. This, you can really smash and do it in there. Now, if you do leave enough room, I'll probably have a little bit more room in mine because I don't eat 9 ounces of chicken. But what you can do is fill this with your dressing and then put in there. You done? Whoa, got it. And you smash this thing in there. I think we might try it. So, for your dressing, you can have enough countertops. We're gonna make it. For the dressing, this is the ranch mix, Fiesta ranch mix. I have a tiny baby spoon so I can stir it in this tiny little ramekin thing. You're probably like, oh my gosh, that's so thick. Who would put that on salad? I would. But then from these canned tomatoes, the juice is perfect for this. Thins it out. You could also put the juice from the pepperoncini in there. You could still use some kind of, maybe I should put this on top of something. You could still use broth or something to thin it out. I just like to use the tomato sauce because it's got the whole Fiesta ranch theme. Awesome. Could use a little bit more. Am I to overstuff this bad boy? Never know until you get too much in there. Oh, so what I will probably do is stir this in a larger liquid measuring cup so that I don't have to spend a bunch of time doing this ridiculousness in this tiny little ramekin. But this was fun, right? While it lasted. So you clean it up with the old, I won't lick it off the whole thing if it were for my salad. But yes, hindsight's 2020. I would most likely mix this in a liquid measuring cup instead of doing this 6 different times for the 6 little ramekins that I got. So, see, you do that. You can smack it in here. Then, for my next trick, then you have the salads. Then when you go to dump it out, you go, and then the spinach is on the bottom, then the pepperoncinis, the cucumbers, the broccoli, and like I said, you can put whatever you want in that middle part. Tomatoes, artichokes, I don't know, whatever you like on your salad, but this is what we're doing. So that's the salad. Round 2, if you don't have a big jar and you have your life together, we got chicken, same stuff we grilled earlier and chopped. You can put it however you want. Since I want all the good stuff in here first, so I'm gonna do it this way because I don't want to fill it up with too much spinach. 8.9, perfect. All right, then we're gonna do the cucumbers. That's a good amount of cucumbers. It's a little bit easier to see this way too. When you have it in the jar, it is to guess what's going on in there. Oh, I don't need to weigh this. Cucumbers, cauliflower, I have them all chopped. I chopped it in a thing and put it in their separate bowls this time. All right, pepperoncinis. We can slide those on top of the chicken. A lot of flavor in pepperoncinis for not a lot of calories. And then, is that all we need? Take to our spinach. Our hero kid thing. It's probably enough. Spinach is in. And now that we have our life together, I ended up doing this to the tomatoes. So I took this, put a little in here. I already mixed some in here, but it's not as thin as I want it. For dressing, your own Greek yogurt dressing. All right? Look at that, way better than trying to stir this. Way better than trying to make it in there. Make it in this big old thing. Awesome, lid on all the way. Stuff that in there. Beautiful. Now you don't gotta bring a big bowl and not everybody has those jars. So here's the other way to make it. Since it's 9 o'clock at night, I would love to chop all this up and have bigger chunks, but that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna put the, what is this called? Boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I thought I messed up in the pressure cooker, but they were done, so I'm not really sure. Oh gosh, fat is so gross when it's at room temperature, but it is a lot of flavor. So putting that in there, I'm gonna chop it all up. This needs a lid. Where? Really? So we're gonna use this guy. Not gonna chop it up super small. Perfect. Bigger chunks. It's gonna be awesome. There might be some big chunks in here. Not really. And then we're just gonna, I think I saw one big chunk. Maybe not. Maybe it was just sticking together. Awesome. So I'm doing this and I am gonna throw it in the wok, just the chicken, because if it's not done, then at least I can give it a quick run through and make sure that it's cooked all the way through. Stuff is so gross. Chopping it all up, then we'll be back. By the way, this thing is a monster. I haven't done full, I put pretty big chunks of chicken breasts in there, but I have not done full boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And what's awesome is that even though the stuff I'm throwing it in there with, the gelatinous whatever, it gets mixed in there with it. And then when we put it in the pan, good to go. It's already flavored, it's already spread around. So work smarter, not harder. And sometimes, what does that one painter call them? Happy accidents? Sometimes it's not so bad if things don't work out. Here I thought I was being lazy, not chopping it, but preheated. I don't want it all in there. Make sure it's done since I messed it up. So all we're doing here is heating it, making sure it's done, since I wasn't sure coming out of the pressure cooker from earlier. When this is done, gonna set it aside. We're gonna grab this and throw it in there. And then we'll measure out the meat and put it with some noodles. Warm blanket number 2. Warm blanket number 3. I'm getting the next warm blanket number 4. I think. I'm getting it. I'm gonna get you the monkey blanket. I don't even know what number blanket it is. 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5. I gotta check this out with the warm blanket, remember. All right, stir fry veggies going in. I get the frozen blend. Per the instructions, so our professors all 5 to 7 minutes while stirring continuously. So we're gonna cook this while stirring continuously. Sure. Since we're not eating it right away, it doesn't really have to be cooked that great and ready to eat perfect because we're eating it tomorrow. But we are gonna try out these noodles. Never done these before. Only ingredient is sweet potato starch. So we'll see what happens. I know it's gluten-free and vegan and all that. Apparently these are referred to as glass noodles. See on the back, they're like glass, but more of a Korean-y noodle. I'm hoping it won't dry out like rice. And just a noodle alternative. Spice things up a little bit. I want to say there's a lot about to happen here, but we're gonna take out the vegetables. Now, I did when they were cooking, I put only a couple sprinkles of soy sauce. I put a little bit more than a couple sprinkles. So put soy sauce in, and then I'm using part of the water that cooked off. Plus I want to keep some of the soy sauce in there. I'm gonna make a little sauce to put on the noodles. There is seasoning on the chicken because it's what I put in the air fryer. The pressure cooker, whenever we had it in there, so there was some soy sauce and stuff in there. But I'm going to do a little Dijon. Sometimes I do honey mustard, like the bite of a Dijon. Where'd my soy sauce go? Get the soy sauce in there. Get that going, and then for a little, I know, you're probably thinking, oh, Dijon mustard and peanut butter. I don't know, people eat Doritos and peanut butter. So a pretty good healthy helping of peanut butter, and let that melt down. And then this is the sauce that then when the noodles are done, we can throw the noodles in here and just let them slurp up that sauce just to make sure that we have some flavor. So if this is too thick, you can always add water or beef broth or chicken broth or something. I might just keep it a little thick until it gets closer because the water from the noodles will thin it out too. Because even though they're drained, I don't know anybody that lets them strain enough for all the water to come out. So now these noodles. Package says boil 6 cups of water over high heat. Add 8 ounces, which is a quarter of this bag, for 6 to 7 minutes. Little bit different. Strain and rinse under cold running water and drain well, and then ready to use. So, like I said, we've never done these before. I don't know why it's weird. It's like any noodle. It's just, oh, right in the sauce. Whatever. Oh my gosh. So we'll get these out of here. I guess we'll break them. I don't know. I know some chefs think it's just like, oh my gosh, they stick together so crazy. All up in my grill. Look at these. So they stick together. They're wild. Man, these things are kind of crazy. I don't know. I'm afraid to break them. Then they're going to be super long. All right, not going to break them. Maybe? Jeez-a-loo. Guess we'll just stuff them down in there. Should have got a bigger pot. 6 to 7 minutes. This doesn't seem like a good idea, but you can break one at a time, but you can't. All right, this should get interesting. We'll come back when the water is just, boiled over the top. All right, see what happens. All right, they're tamed. They're in there. Oh, so interesting. All right. Gosh, they look like purple in there. Oh, look. Straight up going for it. Don't lose the noodles. Oh, do we start running it now? Oh, Oh, don't lose them. Don't lose the noodles. Anybody else hate straining noodles? I refuse to get a strainer. All right, straining spoon. Oh, my sink thing is clogged. Ain't nobody better, let me say, nobody's better than me at Jenga dishes. But we've been gone all day. Got an hour to get everything ready. Oh, no, don't lose it. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a weird texture. Oh, there's something out. So by itself, it's glassy. That's so interesting. I don't know the rule when it comes to this noodle. Interesting. I know it's supposed to be strained. Oh, that was a mushroom in there. I was like, what is that? Came off my other spoon. So I know they're supposed to be strained and rinsed. Get most of the water out of it. Throw them in here. Throw them with this sauce. Oh, so interesting. You won't know till tomorrow how it is. I don't know, right? I should eat one. Do it. One tiny little fork. Use the tinier little fork. Is it weird? Doesn't taste bad. It's just like a super chewy noodle. Very interesting. So we're gonna go in with the noodles first. Serving size is 2 ounces. What? 2 ounces is nothing. How much is that? 120 calories? What did that thing say? 2 ounces. Is that 2 ounces raw or 2 ounces cooked? 16 container. 32 ounces. That's 2 ounces uncooked. Oh, good Lord. How many is it cooked? Does it double? 2 ounces uncooked. They should put how much the cooked is on here. So we might just act like it doubles. You would think 2 ounces. I don't even know. We're gonna act like 2 ounces is really 4 ounces cooked. Who really knows? So we'll have to look into that one a little bit more. So Casey is going to get 8 ounces of pasta. That's close enough. 7.7, right? And we're gonna go in with some veggies. This looks like a ladle full of veggies. Some veggies in there. Some veggies. All right, and then going with the 9 ounces of meat on top. Really do feel bad for any chicken that's not chicken thighs because, man, chicken thighs just have so much more flavor. All right, there we go. Pad Thai-ish funny noodles. We will see how these reheat. Oh, I hate this lid. I broke this thing off. They should make these unbreakable. And then I keep putting it on there and then throwing it up there and then putting it in the washer and then the same thing happens. Should just throw it away, but every once in a while I use it. And there we go. Glass noodles, vegetables, and the boneless, skinless chicken thighs on top.